Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel or welcome back to subscriber. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notification, the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I make a new post because I'm posting, guys, I'm posting. I just like if you have known me over the last past 2 years, you would have known where my hair is coming from and how much it has grown. Let me tell you, my hair has grown. Okay, 2 years of growth. My hair was like right here 2 years ago. And honestly, like this year, I was lacking on the way I was caring for my hair. But I picked it up last month. Not last month, last couple of weeks, guys. Yeah, it's been a month, 3 4 weeks ago. I used to wear my hair out a lot, and the humidity would just cause it to break off. um yeah, I was wearing it in a puff all the time, and because my ends weren't secured, it would break off so much. So my hair definitely could have gotten longer if I was wearing it in more protective style, like at the beginning of the year. But I will probably insert a photo of where my hair was. But that's not why we're here today. One more thing. This is the oil that I use. It's the Softy thickening growth oil. And if you want to purchase one of these, I can hook you up. Just I'm going to link my Instagram down below, or you can comment and let me know if you need one of these oils. Miraculous. I feel like every time I come on YouTube, I have grammar issue. It's like I can barely speak. I don't know majority of persons that record have this issue. But yeah, in today's video we're going to be talking about self-love. Now this is a video that I have been wanting to do for a really long time. I recorded it so many times and deleted it, and it's like every time I am supposed to do a particular video and I delay it, I see somebody doing it. It's like when you're in church and God tells you to go pray for somebody, and you're doubting, and you just send somebody else to deliver the word, because there's always a reason why you need to do something. It's helping you and it's helping somebody else. So without further ado, let's dive into the video. Okay, so we have heard self-love over the years. Especially I feel like you hear it more in your adult life, and it's because it's very important. I know for some persons self-love seems to be so conceited or self-reliant, but actually it lines up with the word of God, you feel me? And we're gonna try to put the two together. Okay, so also I want to speak about my chin. My chin, let me say, maybe the last 2 years, I remember having perfect skin. Perfect skin. Like, no. I still don't have pimples and stuff, but my chin is a whole issue, and I want to speak about my chin because of the topic that I am on. It was hard accepting the fact that I may never have a normal skin again. was an issue. I remember speaking to women and they were like, it's normal, the hormones, a lot of persons have it, but I did something wrong by starting to trouble mine. I don't understand how you completely with it right now. Yeah, I wanted to speak about that because it affected me. I feel like it affected the way I feel about myself, you know. So there are things that can affect us which we should not allow to affect us because there are just certain things that you cannot control about your body and the changes that you have to go through in life. Let me stay focused because I feel distracted. No, I also want to say that being a deep thinker has its pros and cons because being a deep thinker means that you overthink a lot of stuff. Sometimes even things that don't exist, you'll be thinking about them, you know, creating scenarios in your head that does not exist. While there are times when it comes in handy because you see things before other person see it, and not just things that you imagine but things that actually exist. Being a deep thinker means that you watch more than you speak. You're constantly viewing out the situation. You will take a long time before you even speak about it. You have been watching persons for a long time. You have been watching situations for a long time, and so you pick up things really quickly, faster than other persons do. So it has its pros and cons. You feel me? But as I was told by, I mean, two leaders have told me so far that a lack of confidence will cause you to lose when it comes on to your Christian walk because it takes confidence, it takes boldness to do the will of God. And I wanted to talk about self-love because I feel like a lot of times we allow persons words to have too much effect on our lives. You feel me? Whether it be family, friends, relationships, school, work, you know, church, etc. We allow negative words rather. It's so easy to believe the negative than the positive, and I don't know why, but it's just something factual. I guess because majority of the time the positive is faith and the negative is what we see. And then that's why the Bible says that without faith it is impossible to please God, right? Because it's most of the time speaking things into existence that we don't see. And so maybe your mental health is not 100, but seeing the possibility of being okay again, seeing the possibility of coming out triumphant is not always easy to accept. So that's faith. Faith is um things that we don't see that we see, things that we hope for that does not yet appear to be. You can't see it with your natural eye, you can't hold it, but you hope for it. And I wanted to talk about this because I know a lot of persons may have been experiencing it. For me, the past, and let me tell you, I hate speaking about my personal feelings because I would hate the fact that persons will take it in the wrong way, you know. But it also helps when you speak about stuff. And I wanted to speak about this in particular. That a lot of times we look back on our younger selves and we're like, oh, I miss her. I miss her. I wish I was her again. She was so happy. She was so free. She was so nonchalant. She was so easygoing. She got along with everybody. Younger me was just a happy soul. Younger me was a complete people person, okay? Younger me would know how to react and not take everything so personal. Yeah, younger me was just a sweetheart, right? But also in life, there are, and sometimes persons be like, oh, she has changed a lot. She's pretending to be somebody that she's not, when it's just that you have changed. And I know change majority of the time it doesn't feel good. Um, and maybe because this video is going to be extremely long, I might have a part one and a part two. But you know, change sometimes may not feel good. You're adulting, your body's changing, your hormones are doing something completely different, you look different, you start to think different, you know. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, because um you know, being an overthinker cause prevents you from the present, you know. You're constantly thinking about the future, which is not good. We should be able to live in the present. We should be able to look at what is right in front of us and just living the moment. When you constantly think about your future or your past, you are basically robbing yourself of what you deserve, of the happiness that you deserve, etc. Okay? So I wanted to say that, you know, never allow what people have to say about you to have such a great impact on your life. They are just something that you cannot change, and I don't see or understand how persons enjoy speaking about persons flaw. Like, you could have the ugliest teeth, you could have the biggest head, you could have the most ugly looking skin. I don't care what is wrong with you, you'll never hear me speak about your flaws. Never. Never. I will never do that. I will never speak about your flaws. It's just not me. And as I said before, it's a part of being an overthinker or a deep thinker. Not overthinker, because being an overthinker is not good at all. But being a deep thinker, that's the that's some of the pros. Like, you are more wise, and so things that people think is normal, you have already thought about it to see that it's not okay. It's not okay to highlight person's flaws, because there are some things that we cannot change. This is the way that we were created, and speaking about their flaws might cause them to feel bad about themselves. And so even when other persons are doing it, you never indulge in it, because you realize that it's not okay to speak about other person's flaw. I want to say too that a lot of times we're in damaging relationships, we're in toxic relationships, and I'm not encouraging relationship, because of course, if we are children of God, we should not be having boyfriends and girlfriends. Even though we do it sometimes, we do it. I'm going to be very honest. We do it knowing that it should not be a thing. But for the non-Christians that watch my channel, I want to say a lot of times we are in relationships very toxic, but because we value years more than change, we stay there and be like, oh, it has been 6 years, I'm not about to throw away my relationship. Because of what? Because of years? That's crazy, and that's not okay. A lot of times we have allowed person's words to become our truth. We have begun to live someone else's truth. She's moody, she's always negative, and she says the wrong things, and she does the wrong things, and you're like, you start to accept that, like, what if I do, what if I'm negative, what if I'm always mean, what if I, you know. Do not allow yourself to live someone else's truth. Do not allow someone else's opinion to become your truth. That's not who you are. And also, it's okay to find your way. Like, I feel like sometimes we're too hard on ourselves. Like, yeah, I should have had my life figured out by this time. Like, am I truly walking the way in the will of God? Because, you know, people of God are bold, and they're always courageous, and proud of, because there are times when you're going to be alone, friend. Alone. It's like you're surrounded but you're alone. Like you have everybody around you but nobody understands what you're going through. So I just wanted to speak about that. I feel like I was going through that part of my life for a really long time, that something that was supposed to be temporary was starting to feel permanent. Like I was starting to become my situation or the season that I was going through. But I want to say that you should definitely speak to God in those times, because He hears and He answers, and He wants what's best for you. But guys, this has been 16 minutes. I don't want a longer video, so I'm going to end it here and definitely do a part 2, because there is so much I want to speak about. Remember to purchase this oil. It's the truth. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys were able to watch the whole entire video. Subscribe and I'll be back.